All right, we're live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, everyone, to the Philosophy of Art and Science. As always, you can support directly by joining the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed first, and you can join at 3 different levels. You can holler at the newsletter at aksum.substack.com or head over to patreon.com/Tawado. Today, we have rapper, investor, fan of tech, as well as vlogger, Mikey Amara back with us. He was here on episode 28, in case y'all forgot. This is episode 68, so go back 40 episodes ago and rewatch that. And in that episode, we talked a little bit about Robinhood, and we'll get into some of the Robinhood stuff and the Gamestop and everything and internet culture writ large. If y'all follow me on IG, I did an IG live that talked a little bit about that and some of the other stuff with the plague going on. But recently, you were featured in Voyage LA. Talk to us about that, man. Talk to us about that opportunity and about that interview.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, I was I think referred by one of my friends, Nebdo, Como Neb. I think he referred me to that. He referred me. How do you say it?
Yeah.
I was referred, whatever, right? Yeah. And then they reached out, and they did it through. I didn't sit down with them. It's just like text. They send me questionnaires or whatever. Filled it out, send it to them. They responded today they published it, I guess, and it was amazing, man. It was amazing to see. It's a perfect time because I have a project coming out as well. So it's like, oh, perfect timing. I'm in the magazine.
Anything you could tell the people? I mean, we gave them gursha and stuff last time, but if not, we keep it under wraps and go over to Robinhood.
Right. Yeah, I have an album coming. It's gonna be amazing. The title is called "You Either a Fool or a Genius." That's all I can say for now. I'm just finishing it up right now as we speak. So.
That's dope. There's this guy I follow, Jonathan Pajot. He's this French Canadian who's a convert to the Greek Orthodox Church, and he's an old school carver. He writes icons and he makes like holy carvings, manamen. And he been saying, especially around Kanye and things around Kanye, he calls it like the year of reversals and upside down and fools and genius. He plays off that idea. So it's interesting that you're going to be approaching that concept too.
Yeah.
And I didn't even plan it this way, but it's a perfect segue to our conversation. So on IG Live, I went on yesterday and I was talking about to the people the kind of history of internet culture where Reddit and 4chan are related entities, and Reddit is, both still exist, but Reddit is, more friendlier. The more the savages are from 4chan. And back in the day with 4chan, what they did is they had this out of circulation game called Battletoads on Super Nintendo. And they had this campaign to mess with GameStop because everybody knows, and some people have been joking about on the internet, GameStop used to rip a lot of people off. You have some Madden or NBA 2K game, you try to sell it back to them. You bought it for $60. They give you like 30 cents or 50 cents.
Yeah.
So they have thousands of people hitting them up saying, hey, y'all got Battletoads? Y'all got Battletoads? And they're like, no, we don't have Battletoads. Now, here's the reversal years later, just to set it up for you, where now all these hedge funds people, all these rich people connected to the SEC and all them alphabet boys and the government, the oligarchs, the bureaucrats, this, that, and the third, were making money doing some shady stuff. So they have all these different views. It's interesting. Some of them progressive, some of them conservative, some of them have all these different views. But the one thing they agreed on was that was messed up, what was going on in Wall Street. So they gathered together and said, nah, let's go all in on these bets. And a lot of them used Robinhood. So we touched on it a little bit last time, but just so it could be a standalone episode, tell us how you got into Robinhood and what you make of this, because you've been showing us on your IG and elsewhere on YouTube how to make money, how you got into it. So tell us a little bit about that and what you think everybody hopping on it.
I got into it by sort of like, it was an accident. Like I had a whole bunch of time where, COVID just hit, and it was around March where, I had a job or whatever. And then because of COVID, everything got shut down. So, I was just at home thinking the best thing that happened for COVID or whatever is we just had time to think. The world froze. I'm sure I said that before in the past. And then I just said, let me just invest $1,000 in there. And and then I kept going. I
Dang,
kept
that's all you
going.
started with? You only started with a G?
I started with 1,000, yeah. But the thing is, like when I started with 1,000, I didn't know anything. I still don't know a lot of things. But what I did was I started looking at YouTube videos, and then I started buying. I started investing in myself instead of like, you ever see like courses online and you say, oh, I'm not gonna buy it. I started buying them and I was like, it's only $40. Let me see what it's about. So I started buying courses. So I came across this dude called his name is Chris Johnson. So I came across his video, and then he kind of like simplified the whole stock game for me. So I was like, okay, started with 1,000. I started seeing returns or whatever. But yeah, you're asking me about Robinhood, right? So I started with Robinhood because I heard that's the easiest UI, as far as like it's the most simplest way to they simplify it for you, right? So I was like, okay, let me just test this, and I got used to it. But they've been accused of a lot of things, as far as like how even like the guy I paid the course to, like Chris or whatever, he said, yo, don't even do Robinhood, just switch over to E-Trade or whatever. When he said that, I even tried to transfer my funds to E-Trade, and they denied it. And then they were like,
Wow.
yeah, they turned it down. And then E-Trade responded back to me, and they said, oh, your account has been disabled. Like we won't be able to reach out to them. Blah blah blah. But
Would they
it's
let you pull your money out and then, do it from scratch or nah?
yeah, because I was holding a lot of positions. I don't want to lose those positions. What happens was I just let it be, and I stayed there. And today happened. Today they froze AMC, GameStop, Nokia. What was the other one? Naked
I,
Juice.
I heard that that's what a lot of people on the Reddit kind of crew, the 4chan crew, they were like boycotting. And I seen campaigns where they say go and mass rate them 1 star.
To me, it's like bullying. Like you bullying people that wanted to trade. Like because they have power, and I mean, there's a higher, um, you know, power or whatever, telling them to like end this or whatever. Even in the morning, I woke up and searched for, because I bought a lot of shares of AMC, and I was searching for it. It's not even in the search bar.
And pause. That's kind of funny, right? Like the
Yeah,
funny thing about that is like these theaters have been closed throughout this plague, and it's like, what? Why does it make sense? You know what I'm saying?
it
But it
started
makes
off
sense.
of it started off of, like you said, once they found out how the hedge funds and how corporate, how the Wall Street is, how fucked up. I'm sorry, how messed up it is, right?
You good?
Yeah. So there's this I love Reddit, by the way. Reddit is like the best, better than Twitter, in my opinion. It started off there where people start pumping with they start messing with GameStop first. And I don't know if this is true. I could be wrong. I didn't see it, but I heard Elon Musk was in there commenting and stuff.
Yeah. He had a tweet. I follow him. He said something like "game stonk." Like he
Oh,
purposely, what I'm
he
saying?
does that on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got in trouble with the SEC back in the day doing some similar stuff with his own
Right.
stock.
Right. So his I saw that, and then it's funny, I got into AMC like 2 days prior, and then that was just happens to be the next thing by accident, and then it shot up to $20, and out of $2, and it was good. And then they froze it. Now they're limiting the trading tomorrow, instead of letting. I mean, you can freely trade, but I don't know why you can't freely trade when they limit your stuff. I think it's pointless. You know.
It's a reminder of, you know, we call it a game, but it's real dirty and nasty. It's like they let you swim in the kiddie pool, but they get to be in the ocean.
It's a slap
They
in the wrist, bro. Exactly. Yeah,
they want to
that's what it
control
is.
you. They let you, you make a few $1,000s and they're like, bet, but you make them lose billions of dollars.
Hmm.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, of course, and yeah. So it's limited tomorrow, and Robinhood have been. I think they got sued today. You know, they got sued, so for that reason.
So
So
when they blocked you, from E-Trade, you didn't start looking at other options? Like you still didn't say, like you're still messing with Robinhood. You're not on the train of people against them because of the injustice that they feel they're perpetrating against
Right.
all these people
The
with
thing is,
far
they
less.
didn't have. I'm sorry. The thing is,
No,
they
go
didn't
ahead.
have a phone. They didn't have a phone number to reach out. It's always via email. So I was like, with email, kind of like goes back and forth, and it takes forever. I like a direct conversation rather than like an email. So I
Same.
just never followed through. So what I did was I started an account with E-Trade and just, had like two different accounts instead of one.
Yeah,
But
but you had to
uh,
start from scratch.
yeah, yeah. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
That
Yeah, I had to start from scratch on the other account. But as far as my positioning on Robinhood, like say for example, if I have 1,000 shares of AMC, if I had sold it and came back uh to Ameritrade or E-Trade or whatever, right? Another platform, it would have been up or would have been down, I would have lost money. So I was like, yo, let me keep my shares here and start another account. That's what I did.
so that's good. Now, some people call like stocks gambling, and when you see this type of behavior, people feel that way. But the way you describe it, it sounds like there's more intelligence and more strategy behind it. In terms of like how you started to where you at, how do you build up the patience not to like pull out whenever it's high? Like how do you how do you decide when to pull out versus when to keep holding your position the way you're describing it?
Yeah, so I do different types of like I do a long term, right? I do a long term. That's for long term. I don't worry about that. Or I do swing trades, which is like you buy in at a certain position and then you sell it at a higher price point and then you pull out, whether if that could take a day or that could take a week or two, you know what I mean? Or I haven't done options yet, but I started dabbling with like day trading. So I do different type of trades. I'm not just buying shares and like holding and holding and holding forever. There's days where when I make enough profit, I sell that. I look at the chart and I look at the indicators. There's 5 or 6 indicators that convinces me to pull out or come in. You know what I mean? So what I do is say I profit off of, for example, I'll give an example, right? I had this stock for it's called Nail, right? It's like something about oil. So when I had bought it, it was literally like $16 or whatever. And when I looked at the chart a year ago before COVID, it was um it was about like $60, right? So when COVID happened, it dropped to 16. I came in and I held it for months. I held it for months, and then the minute it started bouncing back, it bounced back to 60. I almost doubled and tripled, and I had 100 shares. That was then like my biggest gain. So I was like, okay, I tripled my amount. So I said, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna sell this, sold this, and bought another one with the amount earned. But the money
That's
doesn't
dope.
like come out of my account. I don't put it back in my account. I let the money work. Like I put legs on the work on the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a Nipsey Hustle model, right? All money
Yeah,
in. Like he
exactly,
used to say that
exactly.
he used to keep 100,000 cash on him at all times, and everything else he had, it would be invested in some business, some entrepreneurship, some stock. He had himself a
Right.
cryptocurrency. He was working with some other people
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, crypto is like, that's another major, major, major thing happened today with Dogecoin, Dogecoin. Have you heard of it?
I think it was originally doggy because they got the doggy like
Yeah. Well, it
symbol, but
started
yeah,
off
some
as
people,
it's a meme coin, right? It started off as a
yeah,
meme coin, and Elon has been tweeting about it a lot. Today it went up 200%, 200
yeah.
something percent. So, you know,
I think overall it's gone up 800%. I saw one girl tweet about it. She said she made 800% gains on it. And it's so funny. Like memes are becoming real life.
yeah, I mean, we're in the future. You know what I mean? We're in the future. So yeah. But I came in super early on that because, you know, uh, Elon Musk my hero. So, I kind of pay attention to what he does or whatever he say. it's very like cryptic or whatever. But I try to pay attention and just move off of what he says,
Yeah,
because
he's
he
hella
shaped the
cryptic on
culture.
purpose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know people who get caught up in the other controversies that I'm not gonna say because they're gonna kick us off this beautiful platform. But
Right.
he was on TV on one of these morning news shows, and he was like, "Look at my space launch. It's so real that it looks fake." And people are like, "Man, like, why are you feeding into these wild people out here?"
Yeah,
Like he's
yeah.
doing it on purpose. He did that on purpose. That's like a hint, hint, wink, wink.
Right, right, right. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like it's the best time to live in right now because everybody's is figuring stuff out. Everybody's aware of stocks. Like our parents, like we could look back at our parents. I could talk about my parents personally. They don't know anything about stocks, but
Same.
or
My dad used to
investing.
call it Yahab Tam Kalt.
Yeah, exactly. So they're like, oh, even like it got to a point where doing stocks was like scary because oh, you wanna saw he lost this much amount and he went crazy. That was the conversation. I swear. But now it's like,
I never heard that. That's funny though.
yo, I swear to God, I used to hear those stories and I used to be scared by just listening and not even attempting it myself. Even when I first attempted it, it was like, damn, what if I lose the money I just made? Blah blah blah. But it's not even that. It's not even that. It's about trying. When you try, you figure things out, and then the more you're invested in, the more you become successful. That's what it is.
Yeah, you must have had a little confidence to overcome the fear and the peer pressure, especially from our very communal society.
Right.
And you're experimenting, you're tinkering, and I love that.
Oh,
Like I've experimented on myself. I know you and I both done P90X. I think we talked about it last time. Like
right.
I'm always experimenting on myself. So I'm glad that you had enough in the bank where you felt comfortable experimenting. With 1,000 to start this. So you're coming up on a year of doing this, and you said that it's the free time, the leisure that you got now that has been able to do this. If a lot of people have a 9 to 5, have a day job, how time consuming is it? What sort of advice would you give to those cats? Like, are you checking it every day? I imagine the long term
Oh,
ones you don't have
oh,
to check every
nonstop.
day.
I check everything, every time, every second. So you got to be able to wake. Like it's work. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you throw money and it's gonna double up or triple or whatever. You gotta be able to read articles, search up, you look at the chart, looking for the RSI, the moving averages, and all the indicators and stuff like that. And you need to have, like, I tell people this, right? I share whatever I share on my Instagram for people to be motivated. I'm a motivator. I'm not like people look at it like, oh, you showing off, whatever. I'm not. I'm just showing you you can do it too. Because at some
I
point
saw
I
that
had,
they're haters and they don't understand the platform.
right, like you're not mentally with me to understand me. So at some point I had 20 cents in my account. That was a year and a half ago. Like not even no lie to you. But it's like I showed them for them to make money. I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Eh,
You're saying like the amount of time that you're putting into it. You said you're not going to lie about it.
Thank you. Yeah. So I will, like, every morning I wake up at 6, prepare for the day. So 6:30 market opens, right? Before that, I read up. Like I have a team of people, meaning like my friends. We call each other every morning, um, read up on some stuff. Or Saturday, Sunday, even though like I'm having fun out or whatever, during the day I research on like what has the potential to grow this week. You know what I mean? So by Sunday I'm prepared. Okay, I have this list of items that I'm gonna buy, list of stocks, tickers, right? And then I get ready and I buy that. I wake up every day, every morning, pre-market. I look at the how it looks. If it looks bad, I have to sell. If it looks good, I can keep it going. So every day I'm on my phone 24/7. Every chance I get, I look at it, look at the market. When it close, I look at it for a little bit. But when I'm having a bad day, there's always going to be bad days. Don't expect it to be green all the time. Even on bad days, I shut it off, and then those are the times I just shut it off and I might just go get a drink, or you know what I mean. I just go have fun or whatever. But yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of work. But it's
Yeah,
better. I prefer that over like going to an office and somebody telling you like, "Have you done the project?" Like blah blah blah. Yeah.
there's no middle
I
management
still
there.
got a 9 to 5, by the way. So I don't want people to feel like, oh, you don't. I still got work.
Yeah.
So I'm juggling those two as we speak right now, and music.
Okay,
So
so that's
three more
good.
things.
So you started
Yeah.
off just doing this, but now you're doing both. So it's very possible to do both, but you're
Oh, you,
saying it's not like
bro. It's
5 minutes
like
a
it's
day,
like
like
it's
you
like
put
what
in
Jay
work.
Z said, right? Like you can walk and chew gum. That's like the best analogy. Like you can walk, chew gum, and be on the phone. You could do four things and comb your hair at the same time. You could do all that. I feel uh, like even back then going to like being like I wanted to be an artist so badly. I still do want to be an artist. Of course, I'm an artist now, but like as an artist, I wanted to be like, super focused on the music that I was like, I'm not gonna work. No, that was the stupidest shit I did. Like
Yeah.
thinking about it now because I was like, yo, I can work, I could do this, I can have a 9 to 5. It's because most of these right now it's remote. I can wake at 5 in the morning, prepare for the stock game, and then I could do music at nighttime, and then I can have like, you know, whatever my podcast or whatever. I can vlog. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I could do all that. I could juggle a lot of things, and the beauty of our generation is that we can be like put in one position like, oh, back in the day there's he's either a farmer or a police or a doctor. Right now I'm like, no, I do a lot of things. I can, like, you can't put me in one
Box.
occupation. Yeah, box. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like
Yeah,
I'm throwing it at people: mediator, interpreter, deacon, jujitsu fighter, bro. What
there
what
you
they gonna
go.
put in?
I was a mediator too at one point. I was going out there translating for people. I'm out of here.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, verbal is so much easier than document, bro. I did some documents recently, and I just remembered I was like, man, it's so much more difficult. And this
Right.
this sounds disrespectful, but the level of literacy in English is so
Oh,
much better than in Amharic.
oh yeah,
So
oh yeah.
sometimes it's easier to go English to Amharic than Amharic to English because you'll get a sentence and it's like their sentence looks like a paragraph and the grammar's all like
It's
in
like
so
the
many
other way
different ways.
around, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure, for
Hey,
sure.
you got a question from my sis. She's a cool person. She's not a random person. Mimi,
Okay.
aka Fakarta Christos. How do you? I'll throw her up there. How do you mentally prepare for open market hours? Because sometimes it could be overwhelming.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I didn't see it.
Okay. How do you mentally prepare for open market hours? Because
Hmm.
sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, what I do is I sleep early, I wake up early, and I work out. I work out like I do Insanity or 35 minutes to get it out the way, and then eat some good breakfast, and then we good to go. You know, yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
you
real.
gotta. It's all like mind, body, and soul. So I work on everything. You gotta align everything.
Yeah, it's funny when I heard you say it. There's this thing Gary Vee says a lot, and he says, "Look, he goes really hard against people, and a lot of people misinterpret what he's trying to say. And the reason he goes really hard against people is he says this: you have to know what you want.
Right.
If all somebody wants is a boss, is a 9 to 5, and then they
That's
want to
it.
go home and watch Netflix, that's okay. But their mouth needs to, and their alleged ambition needs to match their actions. If they say they want to be the top dog and this, that, and the third, they need to be doing what you're saying. Get that early morning workout, breakfast, stocks, 9 to 5, rap career on the side as well.
Right.
Like they need to be putting in that work because I'm imagining that with all the time and effort you do to go and get your bag, like there's a trade-off, right? Like maybe you haven't binge watched in a minute. And I'm not saying like maybe on some weekends you do binge watch. It's not like you
Bro.
can't watch,
No,
you know.
I don't. I haven't watched TV in God knows how long, bro. You can't tell me, like, if you tell me like you watch the show or what. I don't watch anything, bro. I'm just on my phone. I hustle from my phone, literally. That's it. And then each chance I get, the only time like I'm on a computer or whatever, I'm on YouTube just researching shit. Like I really don't have. I know this sounds cheesy or whatever. I swear to God, bro, I don't have time at all. It's just
No, that's not cheesy, man. That's beautiful.
yeah, yeah. So it's like it's hard. It's hard to even have time to sit and watch an episode or a season or matter of fact, force. I can't. I just can't, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's too much money to be made. You know. Because it's either I'm vlogging on my YouTube channel or I'm working my 9 to 5 or I'm investing or I'm making music. Besides that, when I do all that, all I want to do after that is go out and fucking celebrate. Sorry, and celebrate. You know what I mean? I go out and celebrate when it's a weekend. I just want to just forget about everything because Saturday and Sunday is just the markets are off except for crypto. You could invest in crypto, but I just I just cool off.
Yeah, it's funny when you were talking about the hater, and I had seen that even before you mentioned it. In my head, when I see you doing that, I want to call you. I want to call my friend Mike and be like, "Yo, like I'm
Yeah.
hyped when I see you see that. I get excited, like I get
hmm
joyful when I see
hmm
that you're getting your bag like that." So the mentality of somebody who has that, it's like some people just don't have the energy inside of them, and when they see your hustle, they have to self-reflect on themselves. They have to do a self audit and see what am I doing, because it's not like we're made of the same stuff. We're made of the same flesh. So it's not like I don't have like it's not like Mikey's Superman. Like, what is the reason that
Oh,
he's
that's
able
what
to
I'm
do this
saying.
and I'm
That
not?
it's funny when I think about it, right? Like the people, like you meet people, right? It's just because they know you and they're close to you, they would never see your potential, right? But you know your own potential as far as who you are. You know who you are. So sometimes, like as an artist, I took 2 years off of not working, just trying to do music, just being at home. My parents are here, so I had the luxury of like staying with my parents,
Mhm.
even to the point of them they looking at me like, all right, nigga, like, come on, you know what I mean? You get you get what I'm saying? Like, just looking
Yeah,
like I'm like,
just
yo,
tell me
but
to carry on.
right. I mean, I was debating like, okay, should I do school and do this? To me, I was calculating the whole thing, but if as a human being, right, when you see somebody doing that, when you see like I was struggling financially, definitely, right? And I didn't have a cell phone to even have a phone, right? When people see you like from like the outside, you're gonna look like a bum nigga. Like
Mhm.
that's called it's called spade a spade, right? Like they see you with that mind. So to me, I was just like, yo, okay, I'm gonna do this, and if it doesn't work, fuck it. I'm gonna just get back to work, get on my feet or whatever, and then try it again. And that's what I did, bro. I went and got a job, and then I stashed up some money and I started investing. It's that simple, you know. And then if you look at me from that mentality where I was at, you're wrong, bro. Like a flower grows, a tree grows in a week. A week later, that tree you saw is not the same tree you saw. I look at myself that way. Like I grow every day as a person. You know.
That's right. They can't look at one small point and think that that's going to be the end point of you. Where are
Right.
you going to be a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years?
Right.
Georgie Waldemariam asked the question, how has GameStop and Robinhood situation affected you? We answered that in the beginning earlier, so you can roll the tape back when it's live on YouTube. Sometimes it takes a day for it to appear after we live stream. But Mikey, was there anything else you wanted to add about GameStop and
Uh,
Robinhood? And then
I
I'll touch
wasn't
upon
I wasn't into GameStop. I got into AMC, and I came in at $4. I came in at $4, and then it hit 20, and then it was a rumor of them having it to pump to $200. So I'm holding right now. It's currently at 12 or 11. I don't know. I didn't check my phone. It's been what 29 minutes. I didn't check my phone, but it's currently at 11 or 12. Still holding, and I'm not selling. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
good
But
luck. Yeah,
I
Lauren
came up.
Chanel. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I came up. That's what I want to say.
I say, say. So Lauren Chanel had this funny tweet earlier. I'll read it to y'all. She said, "When there was Robin Hoods, they prayed to the stocks. Now the hood robbing them. They trying to make the game stop." She had bars.
Oh, bars. Yeah.
Memes came back. She said, "Would you say Robinhood is greater than Fidelity? Because soon we'll be seeing a lot of people come to the market. What does you say on platform wise to many youngsters who will be coming up on the market?"
I've never used Fidelity, so I can't speak on Fidelity, but the as far as Robinhood, like I said, all the young people are there and it's very user friendly. That's the only reason why people are on there. I mean, even it's bet. I mean, there's Acorns, right? Acorns is kind of similar, but I don't know. Somehow Robinhood is more popular, but I feel like
The
they're
name
gonna lose
slaps
a
too.
lot of the name and then the logo, everything, some perfect marketing, right? So, but as far as losing customers, they will definitely lose a lot of customers because of the limitations they put this week. So yeah.
Shout out to Joel. He's one of my Amharic students too. It's a bunch of real people I know out here. He said, "What's Mikey's Instagram?" He's trying to see your IG.
Yeah, follow me, Mikeymare, Mikey Amare. Usually, I'm actually gonna start a new Instagram page where I specifically talk about my stocks because I wanna differentiate. Like I want to separate my music to my investing. So I'm thinking of a name right now as we speak. If you go to my story, please vote. I'm actually asking people if I'm create a new Instagram page. So yeah, follow me,
Is it open
MIKYAMARE.
ended or do you have a few options for them?
There's a few for what? For
For in terms of the name that you're looking for?
no, I just asked a question and I was like, what should I name it? And then there's a few people that responded. And I don't like him so
He
far, but
got you
we'll
a
see.
good name right there, bro. He did it on an accident, but he said Habasha's winning.
Oh, I love it. Love to see young Habashas winning. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Habashas win. No, I love it because I want like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, Henok, but I wanna start a Discord membership where I give you whatever I invest like Sundays and then you come back and then
Pause for a second and tell people what Discord is. I know what it is, but just so a lot of people can know, because with the bans on social media on various sites, this one included, Twitter included, people are
right.
going more and more to Discord. But just give people a pitch for Discord and then let them know about the server that you got.
It's like a membership based uh, platform, I guess, where you can sign up and be a member of like a certain group, and we share information there as a community. It's a community based app. So I'm gonna have my course. I'm planning on dropping a course on there. Plus, you could pay for your membership there to get all the information on like what I invest, and then I'll come there every week and then give you a game on what y'all need to invest on. So if you guys wanna, I'm working on that as we speak. So once you go live, we can we can all win together, and we can all help each other. There's probably people that know more than me who wants to join. You're more than welcome. You can join, and we can trade information, and then we can all eat together and high five each other on the net.
Yeah, that's dope. I mean, it's a repeated theme of tonight that we're talking about, but some cats got the famine mentality where, again, going back to what we were saying earlier, part of it is that they self audit and you make them feel lazy because of how much you're hustling out there. And every time they
Hmm.
see you hustle, it makes them feel bad. That's why you see different documentaries people have and say, like, oh, social media is evil. For me, social media is not evil, it's
It's the
functional.
greatest thing in the world, bro. It's the greatest thing in the world because whenever if you look at somebody's life, right, on Instagram, and you feel like you a bum, like it's time for you to get up. And you should feel motivated and be like, I want what he has or I want what she has. You can't just be like, oh damn, because some people mentally they will see like somebody at Bora Bora and say, damn, why is my life fucked up and his ain't. I'm like, that's the wrong move to even think of. You can just say, yo, how did he get that? How do I get it? You know, because when you're curious, you're gonna start looking for shit. When you look for shit, you're gonna find some shit. And that shit you find might be the one for you.
Yeah, and there's this moment where you're just scrolling versus the moment where you actually act. Now you had that moment where you jumped on it in this app. Was there any other part of your life where you ever felt yourself? Obviously, I feel like you're such a hustler. You must have had some inclination from a younger age, but was there ever any moment where you felt into that habit of just being one of those scrollers? And what, like, was there anything for you that was a final like motivator, a straw that broke the camel's back that made you more like of a man of action and hustle the way you are now?
Yeah, well, I never really cared for to be honest with you, I was never like a money person. So I was more into like I was more like the artist person, right? So I care more for art than money. So I went to Ethiopia. I went to Ethiopia. When I went to Ethiopia in 2019, and I told you I went to church Kadamanaman for like a week. I got baptized, came back out, and then even that was like super humbling, right? Saan Sabah
Yeah.
Tarege, I did one
And for the
time.
people, he's been baptized. Like you mean just you got the holy water, extra holy water,
Yeah,
right? Like,
right, right.
yeah,
And
you've
Sabat,
been
so
baptized Orthodox.
I did that. Even with that, right? Even with that, right? Even living there in Gonder on the mountain, no lights. To me, that was like very humbling because I was like, these people, like, not no disrespect, right? I'm looking at my life, and I was like, if they had my opportunity, the opportunity that I had, like, they would kill it, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
went back to Addis, and then I see all my people I know, family, cousins, and all that. I see this is what changed me, like 100%, right? There's people that wake up in the morning in Addis, right? They go to work, they come back at 5, they don't go home, they hustle, they go out by midnight or 1 o'clock, they go home and do it again. And I'm like, hmm, that's when I thought I was like, okay, in America, bro, we go to school or work, we work 9 to 5. We get back at 5 p.m., watch Netflix, and go to sleep. And
Yeah.
say, "Oh, I'm tired. I didn't even get proper." Like, bro, that completely changed me after that. I was like, "Yo, how come these people have this much energy living in a third world country, and we're over here complaining about shows on Netflix?" I came back, bro. I became a monster after that. That's all I thought about money after that. That's it, bro.
That's
And that
crazy
was
to me because it's counterintuitive. You must have had a real good select group because what we usually hear is, oh, they have a 2 hour break. Oh, there's chat sat and they take a long break on that. And usually I hear the opposite. So you must know
right.
some really cool people.
Yeah, like I see this is my own cousin. Like I see him busting his ass all the time, and then he goes out, like he comes from work. After he comes from work, he comes hangs out with us a little bit. We grab dinner, and he's like, I gotta meet up with some people, talk about this, and then I'm gonna grab dinner with this person. To me, it was like you ever invite somebody out during the weekday in LA or in America? They're like, oh, bro, I got work in the morning at 7 p.m. I'm like, after that day, bro, I was like, I would never say like I'm gonna be home watch TV or turn on Netflix. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm done, bro. And that made me like a super like monster. You know,
Yeah,
that's what
that's
it
what I've
is.
been trying to do too. I was crazy when I started off the podcast, bro. I was doing almost every day. And I remember I'm in a network, I have a separate podcast, which is all Bible all the time. And there was this priest that is a friend of mine that we were in it. And he hit me one time with this statement. He was like, man, where do you get the time? Because he's like a full-time priest and he's trying to do his podcast once a week. And he
Yeah,
saw me have the Bible podcast on the side with all these other episodes of the philosophy of art and science. He's like, wow, like I'll sway. And I was like, man, exactly on the same monster vibes that you're talking about. When you have that in you and you're tired of just consuming, you become a producer and you just keep
there it
producing.
is. That's exactly what it is, bro. Like to me, I was like, yo, after that, bro, like I came back. I came back, even like I came back to LA, started a job, and then I was doing like Grubhub on the side. I was doing music. I used to wake up at 5, right? This was my everyday schedule for 1 year. I wake up at 5, hit the gym, work out, go to work, come out of work, go do Grubhub for like 3 hours, then go home, No, for lunchtime I'll vlog videos during my lunchtime for 1 hour. Get back home. By the time I get off work, I do Grubhub for like 2.5 hours, and then I edit the vlog, post it, go to sleep, do it again 1 year straight, bro. And then I was the most, and then I fixed up my diet. Like I wasn't eating, like I was like I still am like 80% vegan. Like I don't eat meat during the week, and I
I was gonna say,
splurge
what
at.
were you on a Jack in the Box diet, or what were you doing
No,
for
no, I don't
lunch?
eat, bro. I haven't had junk food in years, bro. I don't do that. But I was eating healthy, bro. I pack my lunch at home, cook my own stuff, eat organic fruits and vegetables on some like serious tip 1 year, and then that completely changed me. And then I say this because I think I got the inspiration from where I was born in my city, Addis. I was like, if you can, I say this to anybody, if you can, go humble yourself each year. If not, go humble yourself every 2 years and come back and become a monster for another 2 years before you head back. Yeah, you can go out and party every week. You could do that in Addis, but go see something humbling. Go do something humbling. You know what I mean? Go,
A
yeah.
decade ago was the last time that I went, but growing up, I used to go every year, every other year.
Hmm.
And the thing that struck me from when I was a young age is what's different, even from like the homeless out there. You have a homeless 5-year-old kid, and because they don't have like, certain rules, or at least they're not enforced, he sells you cigarettes, he sells you the soft, the tissues. He got
So
Borat 5, and I said, where's 4 and 3 and 2? They got the VCDs, the
yeah.
DVDs. And I'm just like, man, if this little boy grabs my arm and begs me to have food, like begs me to have some gum, I used to sometimes just slap them with the money and say, bro, I'm not even trying to buy anything off you. I respect the hustle.
Right, exactly, bro. And that those are the kind of things that can put things in perspective because you don't see that in the US. In the US, all you see is like homelessness, right? Most of the part, for most time. And you see that and it's kind of humbling, but it's like even in fact, like you blame the person and be like, yo, why is he not working? Instead of feeling for like not knowing what his situation is. But when you see kids back home hustling or kids back home like struggling even, you you uh you appreciate your own life and then you're like I should go harder than what I do instead of just yeah meeting up with unnecessary people, just wasting he said she said stupid shit, you know what I mean? And that's what like I start filtering my life and start saying, you know what, I need to prioritize myself. I need to start saying no to people instead of just being available or like when you really work on yourself, bro, it's all like you have to work on your how you eat, how you work out, how you pray, how you connect with God. Your mental gotta be positive, all that. If one is slight off, it's not gonna align, and that's period, bro. I did the period. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Alternative bello. No, that's
yeah,
good. That's good. Shout out to Eric who said, great stream. Keep it up. Thank you all for being active out here. Mikey, I know you got to go soon, so I don't want to hold you. Any
yeah,
last parting thoughts or anything? Last time we had you was about 6 months ago, so it's good to check in with you again now. And of course, the show is always open, brother. Any topic, you're always doing some
yeah.
interesting stuff.
I appreciate it, man. Well, I dropped the EP with my boy Belair in November 2 months ago. So if you guys haven't checked it out, please check it out. I have music on every streaming platform: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever. My name is Mikey, MikeyaMare. It's written at the bottom right here on the screen. And I have an like mixtape coming out this month, and I'm gonna be dropping a course. I'm gonna show y'all how to get this bag. Hopefully you subscribe to me and then we can eat together because I'm all about my people eating. You know I think that's all I got for now. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. And
Yeah.
Nivla,
And they're like, yo, that should be the name. Oh
do
my
it.
God,
Do
thank you,
it.
bro.
And
That should be
Nivla.
the name. And Nibla. Deadass. It should be Nibla. The Instagram name should be Nibla. Thank you,
Someone
Henokeli.
might have it, but go
You
for it,
think
bro.
so? I don't think so.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
Lock it down though. But it could be combined with something else too if you need to, if somebody has that. But that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I just want to help people. I just want to motivate people because, you know, I want to inspire people. That's all I want, to
It's a
get it.
beautiful thing. Shout out to Hiwat and Mimi. Thank you all. She's cracking up at the Nibla. And peace out. Hopefully we'll see Mikey again soon.